Hello and welcome to the Daily Scripture Podcast. My name is Jerome Lavelle, and I hope that you're having a stupendous day today. Today we will be looking at Matthew chapter 9, verses 9 through 13. As Jesus passed by, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the customs post. He said to him, "Follow me." And he got up and followed him. While he was at table in his house, many tax collectors and sinners came and sat with Jesus and his disciples. The Pharisees saw this and said to his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" He heard this and said, "Those who are well do not need a physician, but the sick do. Go and learn the meaning of these words. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Today in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 9, verses 9 through 13, we hear of Jesus and tax collectors and sinners. And in it, we hear the powerful and wonderful proclamation which captures Jesus' heart, mission, and purpose. He said, "Those who are well do not need a physician. I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Here Jesus is saying that he came to redeem those without faith, those who struggle with sin, those who are living falsely or blindly. The Pharisees found it remarkable that Jesus made a point of dining with tax collectors and sinners. One can almost hear them asking the disciples, "Why does Jesus eat with those people?" To which Jesus no doubt would say that it was precisely for those people that he came into this world. The Pharisees looked down on those people. Jesus did not. Jesus looked them in the eye. The Pharisees avoided those people. Jesus did not. He walked and dined and lived among them. The Pharisees marginalized, mocked, and perhaps despised those people. Jesus clearly did not. He embraced them. He loved them. He ministered to them. And just as God lowered himself to live with mankind as the man Jesus lowered himself in society to minister to those who were in need of a physician. Today's gospel takes me in reflection to the story that Jesus tells his disciples in Matthew 25 about the end times, where God will divide his people, saying to the righteous, "Come, you who are blessed, take your inheritance. The kingdom is prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothing, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me, and I was in prison, and you came to visit me." Jesus then tells his disciples that then the righteous will answer the Father, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go and visit you?" And the Father will reply, "Truly, truly, I tell you, whatsoever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, that you did unto me." And thus it was for Jesus as he gathered his disciples and ministered to God's people, carrying out his mission. Jesus gave his disciples in his time and us today, I believe, a model for how to think, act, behave, prioritize, love, forgive, and sacrifice. Jesus told the Pharisees, "I desire mercy, not sacrifice." In other words, I think he's saying, I desire acts of kindness, love, forgiveness, compassion, and empathy, especially for the least in society. Not so much do I desire empty acts of piety. In the gospel, Jesus tells the Pharisees, "Those who are well do not need a physician, but the sick do." Today, I hear Jesus asking me, if I am the great physician, won't you be my physician's assistant in my work? Thank you for joining the Daily Scripture Podcast. My name is Jerome Lavelle, and remember, our word of the day is being Christ's physician's assistant. Until next time, be well and be blessed.